Hello and a very warm welcome to yet another interesting edition of the program CAC Weekly, a weekly program that keeps you abreast on the activities and the achievements of the Corporate Affairs Commission. My name is Amina Jibril. Coming up on CAC Weekly, CAC blocks suspected fraudulent applications for registration of new companies. And as the world commemorates Customer Service Week, CAC steps up engagement with stakeholders. Plus, Nigerian Association of Small and Medium Enterprises applauds CAC's support for the promotion of small businesses. We'll be right back after this break. To stay with us.
Somebody cannot just walk to CAC and say, I want to register and then with Coca-Cola. So that's actually, these are supposed to be the areas of distinction. So one word will apply to the extent that it's clearly distinctive. It's not referring to the same trade, profession, or sector. Because I have mentioned the example of Avon Bureau Change and First Avon Bureau Change. What is the difference? But if somebody has Avon Bureau Change and somebody wanted to register First Avon Construction or even Avon Construction, Avon is more or less generic. Because why we are refusing First Avon is first, the word first and the word Avon are all generic words. It cannot be the exclusive preserve of anybody. But if you coin your own name or you combine your name in a manner that is exclusive to you, somebody should not just come and take advantage of that. Shouldn't. You shouldn't. So I hope the explanation is clear.
Welcome back. We begin today with a report from the Center of Excellence, and our focus will be Customer Forum. Many schools of thought, particularly Bright Edge, describe customer forums as fantastic ways to build the bond between customers and brands. Aside establishing connections between the customers and to companies, such forums excellently inspire loyalty in customers. Now, customers forums also provide ample opportunities for getting to know customers and what matters to them. By listening to and participating in conversations, service agencies can gain far greater insight into their customer base, improve the customer experience, amongst other benefits. Against this backdrop, the Corporate Affairs Commission on 13th and 14th October 2021 held a two-day Customers Fora in Lagos, the Center of Excellence. Now, the fora took place in the island on 13th and on the mainland on 14th of October 2021. And now, during the event, the Corporate Affairs Commission revealed that it had blocked many suspected fraudulent applications aimed at registering new companies similar to existing ones by some Nigerians trying to take over land or lands that belong to others. The Registrar General of the Corporate Affairs Commission, Alhaji Garba Abubakar, who stated this at a Customers and Stakeholders Forum held in Lagos Island, said the measure was to further boost the present administration's fight against corruption. Alhaji Garba Abubakar stated that recently the Commission had been recording high incidences of applications with names that were closely similar to existing names. He stressed that the Commission would continue to remain vigilant to ensuring that fraudsters do not take over other persons' land or lands. He further stated that the Commission had, upon the commencement of the implementation of CAMA 2020, invoked the provision of Data Privacy and Protection Act to eliminate incidences of presenting cloned signatures to the CAC for registration purposes. The Registrar General, who explained further that in view of the provisions and other relevant provisions, the Commission discontinued the issuance of certified true copies of some documents, adding that certified extracts had replaced the CTCs in accordance with provisions of the law.
In that regard, we are very cautious when it comes to such applications. But by and large, things are getting better. We are not there yet. I'm not in a position to judge us. We are the best judges. We have received feedback sometimes that during peak hours, the application is slow, particularly between the hours of 12 to 4 or thereabout. We are working to fix that issue, but it's typical of most applications that are live. Even with our phone, sometimes you may be trying to make calls and it's impossible to connect because the network is busy. But that is not an excuse. We are evaluating the current resources at our hosting facility. If we need to upscale these resources to allow for seamless services, we'll do that. We had to add the resources because post-incorporation is now done live. So on post-incorporation, most of the processes are online, but there are a few applications that have not yet been deployed. Things like alteration of memo, things like, allotment of shares, security implication. Are required to refer such names for security clearance before they are approved, or names that are regional in nature. Political groupings without register is outside the purview of incorporated trustee. So some of these challenges have reduced, but still, we still have one or two issues with that.
He lamented that in spite of the provisions of the Data Privacy and Protection Act, some customers were still yet to accept the new arrangement, which was invoked to, amongst others, check fraud and fraud-related activities in line with provisions of the law. And while speaking further on the ongoing reform initiatives, the Registrar General said the Commission was reviewing its checklist for some services and assured that next year, the CAC will deploy a customer relationship management CRM system with a view to resolving customer challenges real-time. He used the forum to caution accredited agents against sharing with others access to their CAC portals to guard against fraud and revealed that the Commission had completed work on the insolvency framework and will soon expose the regulation to the public via its website. The CAC scribe was spot on what he described as wrong practices by some accredited agents on the issues of annual return and share transfer, amongst others.
The same law applies to PLCs and private companies. So we now decided, in the past, when you file returns overseas, we query it that your name is not in our record. If you are a shareholder, we no longer query that. You are supposed to extract the information from your register as at the time you are compiling those returns, and we'll accept it. But if you get your shares through allotment, the law says you must file return of allotment. So we'll register the return. So I don't think we are doing anything wrong. But on surrender, due to lack of understanding, some professionals are advising clients wrongly to do surrender. When you surrender at no consideration. It's as a gift to the company. And the company can now sell those shares to another person. You're not supposed to receive value for those shares. But a lot of people are being misguided to do surrender. Instead of advising them that, look, just get your name entered in the register of members. When the next return is being filed, to reflect. And that should be sufficient. It's part of the Abuja practice, I'm sure, because most of this bad practice start from business centers in Abuja. Yes, that's the truth. People will now go and do surrender, submit. Sometimes they do it to clients without even their consent. We don't explain the implication to the client. After it is done, and sometimes our staff misguide customers. Yes, some of our staff will tell you do surrender, we don't do transfer. What is your business? Just tell the customer that we no longer register share transfer. Let him wait. When the return is being filed, let him submit the transfer to the company. His name will be reflected. When they are filing their next return, the name will be reflected as a shareholder. But they won't do that. They will now ask you to go and do surrender. Caution staff is not your business. So that's our reason for doing that. And it has come, well, it's necessary because we have to entrench best practice. On issue of issued shares, I think Osofu is in a better position to explain the rationale because she chairs the national committee on that. But I think it's a global best practice. The issue of warehousing shares. Why do you have to create shares that you don't actually need when you can always increase when you have a need for those shares?
Alhaji Garba Abubakar also noted with delight the support and cooperation of stakeholders, particularly the Nigerian Bar Association section on business law NBA SBL, and enjoyed customers to continue to cooperate with the Commission as it continues to improve on its operations to deliver better services in accordance with global best practices. In a goodwill message, the Vice Chairman of the NBA SPL, Dr. Adeoye Adefolu, applauded the Commission's resolve to organize the forum and urged it to sustain the tempo. He therefore stressed the need for the Commission to ensure what he called regular and continuous engagement with stakeholders, as well as enhancing its communication strategy for the benefit of both parties. Now, CAC Weekly reports that other speakers at the interactive session included Ambassador Ayola Olukoni, the Director General, Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Mines and Agriculture, NASIMA, Moturayo Elegberu, from Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, Ilori Saburi Daniel from Association of National Accountants, ANAN, and Sheun Ileola Olaseni of Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, Lagos and District.
As Director General of NASIMA, I must say that I want to say thank you to what CBC has done. It has helped a lot in terms of the question of the new frontiers, new businesses and what's going on. And it's one of the areas which I want to say congratulations to the CAC, what you have done.
We appreciate forums like this more to educate our people more that, okay, fine, you've registered your company, it's working. What are the rules that bind you while the company is still a going concern? And if in any event you decide, oh, I want to move to something else, if we need to wind up, what are the laws guiding this? We really appreciate it. Overall, we want to say thank you, and we believe MAN will continue to have good relationship with CAC.
People's complaints and readiness to solve problems. There's a adage that says you use money to get money. So it means that they are also conscious of the end result, that the returns that it will bring, which means that they are moving from what CAC was before as pure public service to business-oriented service. We want to appreciate that move.
When CAC rolled out the company regulations, our institute organized a stakeholders forum where many people participated and a number of recommendations were made. Even this led to some review of some parts of the regulation just to make it more attractive.
CAC Weekly also reports that many participants joined the forum via Zoom, and a technical team from the CAC was on hand to ensure immediate resolution of most customer challenges. Ayoyinka Olajide Awushidu, Council Officer and Membership Secretary of the NBSBL, rolled out some Zoom questions.
Some of them are very unhelpful, and all they say to you is that they will relay your message to the affected departments. They never call you back, and if you do get a call back, the whole process starts all over again. So is it possible to train those people who are picking up?
Thank you so much.
Meanwhile, the Corporate Affairs Commission held a similar forum in Ikeja, Lagos, to interact with customers and stakeholders based in the Lagos mainland. The interactive session, which took place at the Lagos Airport Hotel, Ikeja, drew participants from the Nigerian Bar Association, Institute of Chartered Accountants, Association of National Accountants, Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators, and Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agencies, amongst others. Now, the participants who were unanimous in their support for the CAC's digitization efforts, however, enjoyed the Commission to frequently organize training sessions to optimize usability on the company's registration portal, CRP.
Website. I think it is quite important. The Commission has the email addresses of accredited agents, and I'm sure that the IT people can find a very easy way to make this happen. So that's the first point I want to suggest. Secondly, because of the ongoing transition to the portal, and I believe the RGB addition to this, there should be opportunity for users to confirm that details uploaded by CAC are in line with their last filing.
Like any new team, there are always challenges. Those challenges are surmountable. They can be worked on. As an accountant who also have a knowledge of IT, having used IT and the head of IT, I understand some of these challenges. However, what is most important, whatever any issue, is to recognize the issue and work on it. If I say just signing on, log on details, it's an issue. It's an issue. Sometimes maybe because of network issue or other issue, but those issues must be worked on.
In his remark at the event, the Registrar General and CEO of the Corporate Affairs Commission, Alhaji Garba Abubakar, reiterated his commitment to ensuring continuous improvement in the Commission's services to the satisfaction of customers. Alhaji Garba Abubakar, who acknowledged that some glitches were noticed upon deployment of the portal, however, said the upgraded CRP was now gaining traction. He maintained that over 90% of the Commission's processes have been made available online, adding that the post-incorporation module for limited liability partnerships, LLPs, and limited partnerships, LPs, was due to be deployed soon.
So we have introduced this window where if you have undergone it once in the last 5 years, if the principal writes to us confirming that you have worked with him on so receivership, he has to specify, not just write generally that an evidence that he was actually appointed as principal or liquidator in the last 5 years, the rest of so company, and Mr. So and so has worked for 9 years, then that will suffice. On the strength of that, the Commission will accredit the applicant. In the absence of that, you have to provide evidence that you have attended some form of training and you have been issued certificates. At the moment, only driver, business rescue, and Insolvency Practitioners Association of Nigeria conducts training, business rescue and insolvency. We have been praised for the Nigerian Bar Association section. That's all. It's an arm also to the same model of training so that we have spread and their members can take advantage.
The Registrar General, while answering series of questions from the customers and stakeholders, enjoined them to always read the guidelines for registration available on the CAC website before initiating transactions, as well as leveraging on the frequently asked questions section, FAQs, also available on the portal, in order to avoid encountering hitches in their transactions. The CAC scribe therefore stated that the Commission would not relent in its oars in the implementation of far-reaching reforms and to ensure that customers and stakeholders fully understand the workings of the upgraded CRP. Now from the southwest, we move to the northeastern city of Yola for our next report. In his continued bid to improving the Commission's services, particularly to ensuring that state offices operate at par with the head office, and to ensure that customers fully understand the workings of the company's registration portal, the CRP, the Registrar General and CEO of the Corporate Affairs Commission, Alhaji Garba Abubakar, dispatched a team to Yola to engage stakeholders. Now, the team was sent to cover Adamawa, Borno, and Yobe State in accordance with the Registrar General's earlier commitment to keeping customers abreast with developments around the commissions and to further improve usability on the company's registration portal, the CRP. Leader of the team, Uthman Audu, said in view of the challenges the upgraded CRP may pose to some of the customers, the Commission, in collaboration with the CRP software developer Oasis Management Company Limited, decided to organize the one-day sensitization in each of the 3 states earlier mentioned. Uthman Audu therefore reiterated the Registrar General's earlier commitment to ensuring that customers were adequately sensitized on the workings of the registration module. Speaking to CAC Weekly at the end of the event in Yola, some participants applauded the Commission for organizing the forum, which they described as hugely enlightening and therefore urging the CAC to sustain the tempo. The Secretary, NBA Yola, Gabriel Adigu, could not hide his feelings.
I am saying that if there's any time that clients need to be assured of the security of their details, is no any other time than now. Because the rate at which fraudsters are going about duping and faking all manner of the details of client is higher than it was before. So the fact that CAC have put on ground a mechanism to ensure that details of client is protected, meaning you can't go to CAC and get my signature, is enough an achievement for us to give the Registrar General a round of applause. A standing ovation. Should I add a hooray to that? All right. This is from the NBA Yola branch.
Other participants also commended the Registrar General for the digitization efforts and urged the Commission to redouble its efforts in the area of sensitization. And now moving on to the improvement of small businesses. The Nigerian Association of Small and Medium Enterprises have applauded what it called outstanding efforts of the Registrar General in the promotion and development of the MSMEs in the country. The newly elected national president of the association, Engineer Dr. Abdul Rashid Yarima, stated this when he led the new governing council on a courtesy call to the commission. Dr. Yarima said that the new National Association of Small and Medium Enterprises leadership was set to break new grounds in relating with the commission. He regretted what he called the association's dismal handling of its responsibility during the federal government's free 250,000 CAC business names registration exercise.
Management and business excellence, curriculum of its international best practices that will address standardization of members' products, ensure export readiness, and globally competitive. Access to funding, access to market, access to technology, liability, tax incentive, CAC returns, and regulatory authorities leniency. Against this background, NASPE solicits for intervention and assistance.
Responding, the Registrar General, CAC, Alhaji Garba Abubakar, restated his commitment to working with relevant stakeholders towards the improvement of the Commission's services. Alhaji Garba Abubakar also used the forum to congratulate the association on its appointment on the board of the Commission in accordance with the provision of CAMA 2020 and therefore looking forward to working on building new relationship with the association.
For us as a body, we have recognized the importance of small and micro, small and medium enterprises. So they're actually the key drivers of our economy. The Nigerian economy is mostly informal. Most of the activities are done informally. And whether we like it or not, the small entrepreneur, they are the driving force for all what we are seeing as a country. From the groundnut seller to the banana seller, who don't rely on government or salary for employment to feed. They are the people driving this economy. So part of our responsibility is to provide an enabling environment where they desire to formalize their registration, but they can do it without any hitch and at minimal cost. And that is what the company registration portal is all intended to do. Government, as part of the Ease of Doing Business initiative, has opened the space for the owners of these businesses to register directly without having to go through a lawyer, an accountant, or chartered secretary.
And that does it for this week's edition of the program CAC Weekly. We do hope you enjoyed watching. Remember, for comments and inquiries, please take advantage of our social media handles and our helplines. On Instagram and Facebook, it is Corporate Affairs Commission. Our email is cservice@cac.gov.ng. You could visit our website via www.cac.gov.ng, and you could also reach us via our helplines on the number 081-822-99016 or 081-822-98971, 090-874-01598 or 090-874-01599 and 090-874-01600. Do join us next week for yet another interesting edition of the program CAC Weekly. Same time and same station. From me, Amina Jibril, and the whole team here, it is bye for now.